The most common theme was probably the riverside, and particularly swans and aquatic birds of various varieties, the geese. A lot of people said feeding the swans, having a drink by the riverside, taking a walk by the riverside, going for a run. So a lot of wildlife references, nature around the river and the bridge as well. I met so many different groups of all different ages, demographics. A couple of the colleges, I did a couple of ideation workshops for the colleges where I showed them my mural process, my design process, and then had them feed into that and come up with their own ideas for the mural content. So there was the colleges, did a talk for the Girl Guides as well, where we did some drawing, again, more ideation stuff. And they came up with some amazing ideas, amazing imagery, all of which kind of played into the design process and generated the content for the final mural. Particularly the swan coming out of the reeds. That was a little girl's kind of doodle. She did a really small sketch of a swan coming out of some reeds, and it just looked perfect, and I thought that's going to make for a perfect scene in the mural. During the process of kind of gathering imagery for a mural, I do site visits where I explore the area. So for the bridge in particular, took a walk around the bridge and just took hundreds of photos of the bridge, various angles, things that interest me, because it's very common for when you ask someone to draw the bridge, they draw it from side profile, as you would. But there's much more interesting architectural elements if you kind of look from different angles. Also, having a different angle of the structure of the bridge can make for a more interesting composition. It's quite an overwhelming task to have so much content to kind of synthesize from all the community engagement stuff, have all that content and all my own research, and then bring that together and try and form a composition that spreads across the space, especially a space that's so long like this. So it's just a case of creating those illustrations of the various pieces and then just looking at different variations of how they interact with each other. And you'll have seen the one that I settled on, but I probably did countless variations of things in different orders, and then chose the one that I really wanted to bring. There's ways of breaking up a space as well, so the trees form quite nice ways of kind of segmenting the space, so you can then start a new scene. So you'll see that actually. You'll see that like the waves, the river is kind of broken by the tree, and then that allows for a new scene to start of the Mount Felix clock tower. I'm so glad that everyone went for that, because I thought everyone's going to say the bridge needs to be white or the bridge needs to be green. So when Helen said, "Oh yeah, signed off, everyone loves the colours," I was like, yes, we get to paint the bridge in a beautiful colour. And it could just be that the sun is hitting that, and that makes it, illuminates it yellow, and it's a kind of accentuated version of that. Also, in the community engagement, I spoke to one of the students about how boring it was that a bridge would just always be painted like a neutral white, and how wouldn't it be amazing if the bridge was painted like a brighter colour. So we painted it brighter colour. I think it's very easy with murals for them just to be something that's applied to a surface and not to consider the surrounding architecture and area. But I really like to make a point of looking what's already there and seeing if I can use those elements as well. And I think this was a good case for that. Is you've got this amazing kind of patina cladding above. That really needs to try and kind of work somehow with the colour scheme of the mural. So that's why there's that kind of aquatones. I mean, there's the natural reason for the aquatones is the river, and like the river runs through the city, and it's like important because of that. But yeah, the other reason is to try and tie it in with the building a little bit. Maybe the old manor house, or yeah, I think that, because it's just quite a complex Tudor pattern on the frontage, but they're all relatively similar to illustrate. Painting's a different matter. Some things are a lot harder to paint than others.